am your goddess Nazca, here with Truckerman. We're reacting to...
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh my god, you're trying to sing. How adorable.
I can't sing. But apparently Israel bombed Iran.
When was this, like 2 days ago?
2 days ago or the day before? Oh, we got some emojis.
I knew this. Reaction time! Whoop!
Likely just started, as I don't know how we can stay out of this. As yesterday, Israel launched a preemptive strike against Iran, striking several parts of their capital.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, they attacked. You know how we were negotiating with with Iran on the nuclear deal? This is what Israel did. I gotta pull this up because I thought it'd be funny. So, this is the U.S. trying to negotiate with Iran.
We're bringing all these guys. I mean, we'll be in trouble.
This is us trying to negotiate.
I think it's a pretty good plan. We should be able to pull it off this time. What do you think, Abdul? Can you give me a number crunch real quick?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm coming up with 32.33, repeating of course, percentage of survival.
Oh, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
That was Israel. They said, fuck it, we're just gonna go in and blow up their nuclear facilities. Oh, that's old.
Oh, is literally streaming about this right now. Wow.
Everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's talking about it because it's a big deal. It is a big deal. Well, can we...
Yeah, I thought it was Naggins for so many years.
Why?
Oh, he got auto-modded?
Yeah, all of us Americans aren't dying for Israel.
Yeah, true. I'm not...
The world is doomed. Yay!
Man.
Why the fuck did that get auto-modded for hate? Wow.
I don't know. Maybe the word dying in Israel got put together somehow.
Sheesh. Yeah, Kick is really bad at that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
And also the Natanz nuclear facility, as they successfully struck several sites across the country. With CNN reporting, they took out all of their top generals.
There are very high chances
Well...
that the entire Iranian generals...
Okay, so try to negotiate. Well, this happened. I guess we don't need to negotiate anymore, huh?
Yeah, well, we're done.
I am not fucking
I am not fucking... Oh.
staff, including the head of the Iranian
Call
general
of Duty
staff,
plays
the
in real
Iranian
life.
military, and several senior Iranian nuclear scientists were all eliminated in the Israeli strikes tonight.
Able to strike incredibly accurately as they staged the attack from inside.
Similar to the pager operation that Israel carried out last year in Lebanon, this one also
So the place
took
became a real
years
Call of
of
Duty
planning.
level.
The mission included Mossad smuggling vehicles and drones into Iran, setting up a drone base in Iran, and activating the drones this morning to hit Iran's surface-to-air missiles.
Which really makes you wonder why the US allows our adversaries to own so much land near our military bases. And not...
Is that China?
Yeah.
Why do we do these things?
Well,
I would love to have a real-life OS and ship with all the Infinity Stones. Yes, let's fuck with reality. Kind of already doing that, huh? Did you hear about the butterfly simulation?
No, I don't want to hear about it.
You don't know?
No.
Apparently we're making little conscious brains that you can like rent out and make it do what you want, and while it's not doing anything, it's like literally believing it's in a butterfly simulation, so it believes it's a butterfly.
To get too ahead of ourselves, as a single strike doesn't necessarily mean American soldiers are being sent overseas. But right after the attack, a Republican senator said, "Game on." The only people tweeting "game on" are those who know for certain they themselves aren't being sent to the front lines. As Secretary of State Marco Rubio wrote, Israel took action against Iran. We are not involved, and our top priority is protecting American forces. Ending it with, Iran should not target the US. I agree with the sentiment.
Points. We had nothing to do with that. Again, Israel just decided to do its own thing.
Leroy Jenkins. That's what they did.
But
we didn't attack you, so don't retaliate against us. But honestly, don't
exactly,
know how.
like what he said. We were not responsible for that attack. Leave us alone, even though they're going to target us anyway.
Well, they blame us anyway. I mean, come on.
Did they want? That's the annoying thing. They sit there and it's like, what is it we just watched not too long ago, where they're actually sitting there saying "deaf to America," "deaf to the UK," "deaf to Israel."
What did UK have to do with anything?
They just want to kill everyone. Okay, that's just their thing.
I mean, I'm glad Israel took out their nuke facilities.
Yeah, that is probably for the best. Yeah, they are safe behind their desks, and poor men and women are sent there for politic games.
I mean, I grew up during the Iraq War. You and me did. It's like, after a while, even I'm like, why the fuck are we over there? We took out Assam. People are still bombing us. Why are we being like? Why are we sending our people over there?
You mean
Effective that
Hussein?
message could be.
So yeah, Hussein.
Who's that? Yeah, the whatever
Sorry.
words.
With President Trump immediately stating he gave Iran several chances to make a deal, but they
Point.
couldn't get it done, and certain Iranians spoke bravely but are now no longer alive.
Oh, Loco's
so
here.
the next planned attack will be much more brutal, but they
welcome.
had the time to stop it. So Iran must make a deal, save themselves, and do it before it's too late. And I get what he's doing, making a statement from a position of power. It's just unfortunate that every single message pretty much expects America to be held responsible for that initial attack. As right after,
Yeah.
Iran sent hundreds of rockets into Tel Aviv, where their Iron Dome was successfully blocking several of them. But apparently, some of these hypersonic rockets were able to get through.
Of course. Ooh.
With several civilian structures
Do not live in the city. If there's one thing I cannot say any louder, is don't live in a city. If
No,
you
it's-
live in a city, you're screwed.
No, it's-
Go live out in the country. Go live out in suburbs. You're better off there. Never live in the city.
You want to live with me out there in western Kansas, out in the middle of nowhere?
No, that's still too much. I like suburbs.
I like living out there. We live our courtesy cowboy
No.
dog fantasy. You don't want to live
No.
out there like that?
No!
I just gotta remember.
Stop it.
Return the
I'm gonna
slab.
bite you.
Return the
I'm
slab.
biting you.
being hit.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a news reporter.
That's why I'm a proud country boy.
As even apartment complexes were damaged in the attack.
There we're
Ooh.
seeing one of the impacts in an apartment building in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
The
No, don't live in an apartment in the city. That is like the worst place to live. Oh, God. Did they say how many hundreds missiles launched? Do they even have a body count yet?
So far, I don't think anybody's died because they knew in advance they had already had people in bomb shelters.
Oh, so they already evacuated
They
people?
were already kind of expected a retaliation.
Points.
building on fire, the entire
That's what I
facade had
heard.
been torn off.
And as the barrages continued, Fox News correspondent Trey Yingst had to evacuate.
You need to get ready to pull it off the stick. Get off the sticks.
Never
All right,
live
let's
in
go.
the city.
Time to go.
Where these things could happen. Yep.
Okay. Guys, come
Oh,
on,
shit.
Everyone move. Everyone
Oh, he
move
was
now.
going towards him.
And even as of recording this, rockets continue to successfully hit the city. With the Daily Mail reporting, at least 7 sites were hit, including residential buildings, but also ramping up their coverage of which American cities would perish in a nuclear attack.
God, you know what's ironic? Okay, when Israel attacked Iran, they specifically targeted a nuclear zone where only like top people would be. Iran's retaliating by attacking civilian
Because
areas.
that's how they operate.
They're not even being strategic about it. They're just being assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my take. Why attack cities? You want to target like the political buildings and stuff. So no.
Well,
This
to make the most damage.
you're just hurting the civilians that have nothing to do with this bullshit in the long run.
Again, they chant death to Israel, death to America, death to Britain. I mean, come on.
Yep.
I understand a bit of fear-mongering is to be expected, but when do we go from overblowing the situation to preparing accordingly, as the former Secretary of State essentially expects an event to occur somewhere in the world?
And indeed, there may be an event somewhere in the world. It's not just the missiles or drones they'll fly to Israel, but the Iranian IRGC, the very leadership the Israelis destroyed last night, has been working in nearly every country around the world, including the United States of America, to plant little terror.
They just want a kill count. Yeah.
Both sides are the evil people in this story. Yeah. Although I do argue, I think Israel was trying to do a preemptive strike.
Trying to keep them from having such powerful
And
thingies.
Israel, by the way, Israel has nukes too. They've had nukes since the 60s.
All across the world.
And yet they're being responsible with them. You can't trust Israel not to use them. So,
No comment.
Yeah.
With Tony Saruga concerned, they may already be activating sleeper cells in our country, as I honestly don't know what to believe, other than I know a lot of civilians are about to suffer, and
I'm telling you what, I bet you Assault Piker is probably masturbating today. He's having one hell of a stream.
It's like,
You
oh,
know
they
it.
deserve it. Again, this is the whole Attack on Titan kind of narrative here.
It's so sad the way the story ended Attack on Titan is he's like, so war is just inevitable all the time, and there's no coming to agreement.
There's no peace. There's no happiness. It's just gonna continue. It's an ongoing cycle of violence.
Yeah.
hope it doesn't come down to sending American soldiers to lose their life in some conflict overseas. So even though I'd like to have lighthearted commentary about an impending nuclear World War III, the best I got is how we can accurately predict military
Dominoes.
activity by closely monitoring pizza companies near the Pentagon as the
What?
top brass is all ordering delivery. So
Ew, where they're all getting Domino's. Domino's is the shit pizza. Maybe we need a rumbling. Can I buy a hyper rocket? It's for a friend. Sure.
simultaneously
God, how much would that cost?
not having the time to visit a very specific bar. I'm not exactly certain how they realize that correlation, but it is peak 2025 to be able to predict military moves by what's essentially a pineapple pizza index. So hopefully this all fizzles out, and we can just go back to covering these Antifa riots, aka the two fringe ends of the BMI bell curve, as the US Marines just arrested their first protester, and we gotta talk about that.
Ooh, are we gonna talk about that?
I had what was it? Where is it? Oh yeah, this. But okay, you want to end it here?
Okay, thank you for joining us. Bye. What's next? Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.